From here, I am gonna head into the Sierra Mountains. I've been looking at the Sierra Mountains for a while now. I've been eyeing the weather there, but tons of places I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna go to the small town of Mammoth Lakes. That's a really cool little ski town. There's tons of hot springs in that area. I'm definitely gonna go back to Yosemite. I'm gonna go back to Sequoias, and I've never been to Kings Canyon. There's Alabama Hills, which I've seen some videos about before, and that looks absolutely stunning. Hello, Miss Rock. Hello. All right, well, I might have just found Shangri-La. Check this out. That's the Sierra Mountains. This is where I'm staying tonight. There's fields of lavender. There's a little creek here. Oh my God. This place is stunning. Here, I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can see the little creek here. I mean, jeez. And look at all this lavender just growing wildly. There's more of it over here. There's gonna be home for the night. Oh my God, I'm blown away. So this is in a place called Alabama Hills, and I've heard of Alabama Hills, but I've just never really looked into it. I saw it once in somebody's YouTube video. They camped out here, and stupid me, Alabama Hills, I just thought it was in Alabama. Although there's none of the cool rock formations where I'm staying, but over there in the Alabama Hills, actually more kind of like in the area, there's all these really cool rock formations. And in their video, they had all these really cool rock formations in the background. And I should have been like, yeah, Alabama doesn't have rock formations like that. But I just didn't bother to look it up and see where it's at. But in order to get back here, I had to take a road called Movie Road. And they call it that because lots of films were actually shot out here in the Alabama Hills, like movies like Tremors and How the West Was Won, and a couple others I just never heard of, so I'll have to look them up. But, oh my God, this place is stunning, and I even have a little bit of cell service, which I don't really need because I'm not allowed to have the Starlink, but it's nice to know that I could just send text messages and things like that, phone calls, stuff like that, with a little bit of cell service that I have, and if I need that Starlink to work or to stream movies or something like that, I can. But oh my God, this is stunning, this is gorgeous, I can't believe I found this. This is so amazing. Oh man, I love it here. That's it. I'm moving here. This is where I live now. Right next to this lavender bush. This is where you can find me. All right, so one of the things that I was thinking about when I got into full-time travel is that when I'm camped in really remote areas like this, But I'm also camped right next to a stream that I can use that water as drinking water. So I'm about to take that nice cold water that's just snow runoff water from the mountains here, and I'm about to put it in this bag, and I have a water filter. This is the Sawyer Squeeze, and then I'm gonna get nice cold mountain water to drink all day. Oh yeah, that is so cold and refreshing. Love it. I legit cannot get over this view. I'm working back there with the covering on the back of the car, and every once in a while I'll just take a break and I'll step out from the shade area and I'll just get out and look at the mountains. So that peak right there, that is Mount Whitney. That is the tallest mountain in North America in the lower 48. It is 14,505 feet. You can absolutely climb it. But when I looked at the trail last night on the All Trails, it was a 21 miles round trip and 6,600 feet elevation. It was over 6,000 feet elevation gain. That's a lot for me. So not gonna do that, but it is pretty amazing. All right, well, I do not want to leave the spot at all, but I think I need to go ahead and break down camp and go into town because I do absolutely have to recharge my power station. My solar panel is just not big enough to recharge my power station. That's only 110 watts, and for whatever reason, I can only ever get 50 watts out of it. I don't know why. I've tried everything. I've even swapped it out, and it's just the same thing. So once a day, what I'm having to do is find an outlet that I can plug my power station into to recharge it. Last night, I actually sat in the car for an hour, turned on just so the car can recharge the power station. So it's not something I want to do, but I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and upgrade my solar. That's several $100s I did not want to spend right now. It really sucks, but I need like a 400 watt panel. It just is what it is. But I absolutely hate to leave this spot. It's been so quiet, so serene. Yeah, I mean, come on, look at this view. I do not want to leave it. The good news is town is literally only 30 minutes away, and I'm absolutely going to come back here. All right, well, welcome to a new beautiful spot to camp at. This is still in the Alabama Hills area, and I'm still just outside the boundaries of the town called Lone Pine. And unfortunately, this is not the same spot that I had the other day, where you had that beautiful creek running right next to it that you can listen to all night, and the wild lavender plants growing all around it. Unfortunately, I had to leave that spot to go into town to charge my Anchor power station and to get some water. And when I came back, of course, it was taken. This is a very popular spot for camping. Every spot I found was occupied and taken until I found this. And it is a nice spot. It is nice and secluded. And only every once in a while do you see a car go down this road. But still, got stunning views of the mountains. That is still Mount Whitney. It has not changed. It is the tallest mountain in the lower 48. And when you come up this hill here, you just get these nice sweeping views of the entire area. I mean, just can't ask for more. It is absolutely amazing up here. So yeah, I'm gonna stay here today, try to stay here tomorrow, see how much juice I get out of my power station. I have the solar set up, but like I said, it's just not charged. It just basically kind of just slows down how fast I use the power station, because the solar does charge the power station, but it just doesn't charge it enough. So it slows it down, but I still have to go into town like every day or two, depending on how much I use my laptop and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna try to stay here like another day or two until I probably have to go into town. And if I do that, I'm gonna try to find a different spot in this area. All right, well, welcome to the most magnificent spot you'll ever camp at. So I was here for a few days. This is the first spot I found when I got to the area, and it's absolutely breathtaking. I didn't want to leave, but I had to go into the town of Lone Pine because I needed to charge my power station. I needed water pretty bad, and I really needed to empty my trash. And of course, when I came back, the spot was taken because it's absolutely the best spot in this area. So I ended up staying just down the street. I say down the street, but actually it's just a dirt road. I ended up staying down the dirt road for a few nights, and that was beautiful, but same thing. Had to go into town to get water, charge my power station, empty trash. And when I came back, this spot was actually available. So I went ahead and stayed here again. So I've been here for the past 2 days, and same old story. I'm gonna have to go back into town and empty my trash, get water, and charge my power station. The good news is, I went ahead and pulled the plunge. I went ahead and bought a new solar panel today online. It should get here in the next week or so, so I'm gonna have to stay in this awful place for the next few days at least until that solar panel comes in. But I went ahead and bought a 400 watt panel, and that hopefully allows me to stay in these kind of spots for many, many, many days until I basically just run out of food or water. And if I'm camped next to a stream like I am now, I really have endless water, so it's really just food that I have to worry about. As beautiful as this spot is, unfortunately, I really haven't had an opportunity to really enjoy it that much. I've just been sitting here working a lot, but that's where the Starlink has really just come in so much. That has helped me not have to go into town every single day and work from a library or anything. I'm able to stay in these kind of places and actually kind of post up and kind of claim it for a few days at least until I have to go into town and charge my power station. So I really haven't had a chance to enjoy it, but my plan is for the next day or two after I get done with some projects is I'm actually gonna drive up to Mount Whitney trailhead. Not the actual peak of Mount Whitney. You can't drive up there. You can hike up there, but you can't drive up there. But you can drive up to the trailhead area. Now, it may not look like it, but from this perspective, the road going up there looks like a rocky kind of dirt road. And I kept wondering, I wonder how bad it is, and do you need high clearance to get up there and everything? So the other day I was coming in from town, and before I nabbed this spot, I decided to check it out. And it's not a rocky dirt road at all. It's actually a paved road, so you can actually drive up to the trailhead. So my plan is in the next day or two to go ahead and do that and just check out the area up there, because people were posting pictures online of the camp area around there and the trailhead around there, and it looks stunning. There's like waterfalls, and of course you get a lot closer to the peak. So it looks amazing. So I am gonna do that, enjoy it. But for now, I'm just enjoying this absolutely amazing spot that I just can't even believe exists, honestly. This is just one of my favorite spots I've ever been at. All right, well, the car's all packed up, but before I leave, I have to use the restroom pretty bad. And you may be asking yourself, well, how do you use a restroom when you live in a car? I'm going to show you. I have a shovel, and I'm going to go over there. I'm going to dig a hole. Yep. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, a lot of times people ask me, how do I get showers on the road? And the short answer is I mostly use Planet Fitnesses. For $25 a month, you have access to any Planet Fitness that you want to go to, and you can use their showers as much as you like. However, there's not a Planet Fitness around here for hundreds of miles, so I have a couple alternatives I can go to. One is I can look for a YMCA or a recreational center in the area, and depending on the area and depending on the facility, I've paid as little as free. And I've paid as much as $1 all the way up to $10 to use their facilities. But you usually have access to a shower, swimming pool, weights, gym, stuff like that you want to go to. Lately, I have been using my road shower. It's mounted on top of my car, and that is basically a steel tube filled with water, and the sun beats down on it all day, heating that water up inside. You can pressurize it and you can take a shower outside. And I've used that a few times this week. But today I wanted indoor plumbing. So I went on the app iOverlander, which is what I use for finding places to sleep. You can find laundry, Wi-Fi, propane refills, and showers. And I found a hostel here in the town of Lone Pine. And for $10, this hostel will let anybody use their showers, unlimited access to hot water, and a personal bathroom.
I've been trying to be my own guiding star, but it appears it hasn't taken me very far. I've tried to be my own all in all and everything, but it's just been a hard and arduous thing. When I look back upon the life I have lived and the choices I have made, what do I see? All hell fails when I try to push my way, but when I gave in, all life's good came running at me. With an open heart and mind and arms laid down, your wall of hate and arms let in the light of day and let Jesus show the way back.
All right, today I decided to do a hike up to Lone Pine Lake. This is in the Mount Whitney area, and I'm headed up there. Just kidding, I'm not going anywhere near there. This is on the Mount Whitney Trail though to get to the lake, and it's 6 miles round trip. So 1,700 feet elevation gain to get there. Nowhere near that peak.
Something worthwhile.
You know you're high up when there's still snow on the ground in the middle of May. All right, well, what better place to end the video than right here? I don't know which one Whitney is. I don't know if it's that one or that one or that one. But one of these mountains here is Mount Whitney, and I think it's about another 4,400 feet, I'm guessing. Anyways, I really think everyone should come here. Even if you don't make it all the way up here to the mountains and do some hiking, you can drive up the road and just spend a day like having a picnic or something like that and get closer to the mountains here. And absolutely come to the Alabama Hills sometime. It is amazing. It's such a great place. Free camping all over the place, stunning views of the mountains. And yeah, the town of Lone Pine is actually really cool as well. From here, I am gonna still head up the Eastern Sierras. I think the road on the eastern side has finally opened up to go to Yosemite. I think that opened earlier this week, so I'm definitely planning on going there very soon. But I've got lots of other places along the way to stop and hit. There's the town of Mammoth Lakes, and then there's some hot springs along the way. So can't wait to show you all that. Until next time, thank you for escaping normal life with me.